If you're watching this video, chances are you've taken a look at your closet, pulled some clothes out that you thought you could sell, you've heard of the Poshmark app, and now you're looking for tips and tricks on how to sell these clothes and make a little bit of extra money. So make sure you watch this video. I'm gonna teach you 5 ways to make a little bit of extra money selling your used clothes on the Poshmark app. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Danica. I'm a part-time reseller based in Calgary, Alberta. I sell on Poshmark US and Poshmark Canada, and I make new videos about reselling every Monday and Thursday. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure that you do that before you go. Give me a thumbs up and maybe leave me a little bit of a comment and just say hi. Okay, so like I said in the intro to this video, this is not like a how to scale your business or how to be a successful full-time reseller. I think there is like a lot of people out there that just have a few things they want to sell on Poshmark and just feel very overwhelmed with the information out there that is so catered to people who are selling full time. But not everyone wants to sell full time. Some people have just cleaned out their closet and have like 5 or 10 items that, you know, are just still worth money and could be sold instead of donated. And if that's you, this is a video that I am making just for you, okay? This is for like the casual reseller that has like a few things to sell online to make a little bit of extra cash. So here are the 5 tips that I have put together to kind of show you how to make a little bit of extra money. They make it look so easy online. On Instagram and TikTok, you'll see someone say, I made $500 selling my used items on Poshmark. And they make it look like all they did was snap a couple pictures, make some like 5-word title, 10-word description, and that their item sold in 2 seconds. And let me tell you, if that's you, that's really lucky, but that is not going to be everyone's experience, okay? There are a couple things that you need to do in order to get your clothes noticed on Poshmark and to get those items sold. And I'll tell you what those things are. So let's jump right in. The first thing I will go over is your listing, okay? So this is just like the item that you want to sell. Try and take the time to do things properly because sloppy listings will not get a lot of attention on Poshmark. I know that it is so tempting to just be like, I'm just gonna put this up and see what happens. But if you actually want the item to sell, just make sure that you're like, you know, got good lighting, that the item is not too wrinkled, and if there's any stains or anything like that, try to get them out, get the item freshly laundered so that once it sells, you can send it right away and the item is receiving a nice clean item, okay? Try and make sure that your item is in overall good condition. If, like I said, if it has stains, try to take them out. If it has a rip or anything like that, if the zipper doesn't work, it can maybe still sell if it's a very desirable item, but those items may just need to be donated or repurposed, you know? Number 2 is your photos. So listings is like kind of an umbrella term. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty of these listings. So your photos are probably one of the very most important parts of your listing. It's the first thing that someone is going to see when they open the app and they type in whatever they're looking for and your listing comes in front of them. Okay, so you want to make sure you have a clear, like clutter-free background and some good lighting. What I like to do is take my pictures in square mode on my iPhone. I know that on the Poshmark app, you can resize the photos in app, but I just find the square photos just look clean and it just makes my listing look more cohesive, okay? Make sure that the lighting is good and the photos are in focus. If you can remember to just give your camera lens a little bit of a wipe before you start photographing so that there's no fingerprints or dust or anything like that on your camera lens, that would be awesome. And yeah, just make sure it's in focus. You can do flat lay or on a hanger. You can be creative with this. Poshmark does really push the fact that a clean white background is the best in terms of SEO, which is search engine optimization. So they're saying that if you have a white background, the chances that your listing will show up in a Google search are higher. I mean, who am I to say that that's not true? But I sold for a long time without a white background. So I don't think it's that important, but if you want to do that, or if you are able to do that, even better. The iPhone camera app or the photo app does have a feature where you can clean the background up. You can like press on the photo and it will cut out the image, and then I just paste it in a blank Canva square and then take a screenshot. That's how I do it. I think I do it the long way, but whether you have the energy or the time to do that or not, I think is fine, as long as you make sure that the item is in a well-lit area and that your photos are in focus. And I would try to take, this is what I do, I take a picture of the front of the garment, the back of the garment, any little details of the garment, and the tag, the size tag, the brand tag, and the care tags. I do also myself take measurements. You don't have to do that, but it does help. Just when people are shopping, they know, some people know their measurements, and so they'll know whether your item will fit them or not. So number 3, what we're going to talk about is the title of your listing. There is a little bit of formula that I use. Everyone is going to be different. I'm just telling you what works for me or what I do. I do the brand, and then I do the item, if I can find it, like Lululemon Align, whatever. I will put the color of the item, I will put the size of the item, and a little bit of a description of the item. So I will put a little example up here. It is worth mentioning that Poshmark, in the Poshmark app, only the first like few words of the title will show. So if it's important for you that the entire title shows, you can keep it a little bit shorter. You can put Lululemon Align leggings size 6 or whatever. I don't know how many words show or how many characters show, but I do like doing it a little bit longer because that just increases the chance that it will show up in a search. And yeah, that is pretty much all I have to say about the title. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, what I would avoid doing, what I see a lot of people that are like just starting out or just casually selling their personal items, is putting like green t-shirt. That is not very specific, and you want to be quite specific in your title just so that people who are looking for your item will be able to find your item. The 4th thing we will be going over is your description of the item. So I kind of keep the same formula as well for my descriptions. I will kind of change the order of the words. So I would just put like the brand and then the color and then the item name instead of the brand, the item name, and then the color. And you want to be very specific in your description of the item, the condition, the fabric type. If there's any kind of flaws, you definitely want to disclose those so that no one returns your items. And so, yeah, I would just be specific, as specific as you can be. You can get really creative with descriptions as well. You can tell people where you wore the items, how many times you wore the item, and just how you would style the item. I find a lot of people like that when I put that in a description. And yeah, just be creative and describe the item as clearly as you can. And here is the last tip, number 5 of tips I have for if you're just trying to make some extra money on Poshmark, is how to maximize the algorithm. So Poshmark is kind of a cross between a selling platform and a social platform, but they are also a search engine when you think about it. They were purchased by a Korean search engine last year, and honestly, I've been seeing some changes that I don't mind when it comes to Poshmark, the search feature. I know it was a little bit rocky the last few months, but I think things are improving and you love to see it. So you've made your first listings, now what? You want to, when you have a little bit of time in your day, go onto the Poshmark app, go into your closet and share your listings. What is sharing a listing? You will see a little like 2 arrows icon. I will put a picture of it up here, and it will say share to your followers or share to someone directly. You want to share it to your followers. And what that does is boost your item to the just shared. So when someone is going onto the app and putting in the search bar, Lululemon black Align leggings size 6, your item will appear in the just shared, which is the default search result. Like, that's the way that Poshmark has it set up. So when someone searches, it just automatically shows you the just shared. So you want to make sure that you're sharing your closet whenever you have the chance. I would not stress sharing other people's listings, okay? Just don't worry about that at all. Now, as you're sharing your closet, people are finding your listings and they'll give you a little heart. What you can do is send them an offer. So what this is called is an offer to likers. What you're gonna do is go to the item, click send offer to liker, and then send them whatever offer you want. So whether your item is $30, you can send them an offer for $20 and discounted shipping. That's the thing with offers to likers, is you do have to give a discount on the shipping, which does come out of your profits, but honestly, that is how I make the vast majority of my sales, is through offers to likers. Now, there are so many different ways to do this. If you want to do it every time someone likes an item, you can do that. If you want to wait for your item to accumulate 5 likes or whatever, and then send an offer, so that it kind of creates a little bit of pressure on those likers, because they'll get an email that says, you know, Danica sent an offer on this item, buy this now before other people do. So those are just different ways to make sales on Poshmark. Honestly, it is so fun. I just started selling with my personal items, and then I became a little bit addicted. Not addicted. It's something I do for fun. Now I thrift items and sell them for profit, and it's a good way to make like a little bit of money on the side, and I really enjoy it. The sense of community is awesome on Poshmark, and it's just fun, okay? And who doesn't like making an extra like $50 to $100? Nothing wrong with that. So again, like I said, this video is really geared towards anyone that just has a few items in their closet that they haven't worn in a while, and that they think, you know what, I might as well try selling these online. Maybe you've tried selling on Facebook Marketplace and you've just become very annoyed with the is this available? Is this available? Is this available? Default message that everyone is asking you, and then when you tell them yes, then they ghost you. This is a great way to just make some extra money. Poshmark deals with all the shipping, so once you make those sales, all you have to do is print the shipping label, put it in an envelope or a box or whatever, put the shipping label on top, and put it in the mailbox. You don't have to worry about anything else. Okay, so honestly, I do recommend selling on Poshmark to anyone that is just looking to make some extra cash. And I hope that this helped. If you have any more questions, or if you want me to do a follow-up on like, okay, now you made your first sale, now what? Let me know in the comments. I would be happy to kind of make this a series if you want it to be. And with that, good luck with your selling, good luck with your listings. If you need any help, you can find me on Instagram at thrifty_stu. I'd be happy to help you with your first few listings and take it from there. So with that, I will see you next time. Bye.